Okay, so let's talk about one of the biggest differences between an abstinence-based approach to fixing problem drinking compared to naltrexone and the Sinclair method. So one of the key differences is with abstinence-based approaches, the first step toward treatment is really quitting drinking. And while this does work for people, what I've found through my personal experience and working with clients over the years, is that for a lot of people, quitting drinking can be a huge barrier toward getting better. And I know it seems like the logical choice. If someone has a problem with alcohol, they should just stop drinking. But the issue is when someone experiences alcohol use disorder, it has essentially hijacked the brain. And so on some level inside of our brain, in the primitive part of our brain, we are mistakenly equating alcohol to a survival need. So when someone just quits drinking cold turkey, even if they're sober on the outside, what happens is their brain is still hijacked by the addiction. And so it kicks them into craving mode because, again, their brain is mistakenly thinking that they need this alcohol to survive. And this is why so many people will quit drinking and relapse over and over and over again, because they're really battling this craving and this urge to drink. And this was definitely true for me. I tried to quit drinking literally dozens of times over the course of a decade. And whether I made it a couple of weeks or a couple of months, I could never stay sober long term. And I've heard this over and over again from clients that I've worked with as well. And that's where the Sinclair method and naltrexone are so different, because with this treatment protocol, you actually continue to drink. And I know this might seem insane if someone's just learning about this, but with this protocol, what happens is you actually take a medication before you drink that's been FDA approved for treatment of alcohol use disorder since the 90s. It's a safe, non-addictive, benign medication. It's very cheap because it's a generic medication. And you take it before you drink. And what happens is this medication is blocking the reward reinforcement your brain gets when you drink. And so it doesn't make you sick like antabuse, but what it does is it just makes drinking a little less interesting and a little less pleasurable. And so when someone drinks on this medication over and over again and they're not getting the same pleasure or reward from alcohol, what happens is a lot of people just develop an indifference to alcohol. And that means that their craving and their desire for alcohol gradually fades away. They have more alcohol-free days. And even if they are continuing to drink, a lot of people develop an off switch and feel satisfied after just one or two drinks. The Sinclair method really deals with the root cause of alcohol use disorder, which is inside of the brain. And a lot of people who go on this treatment protocol, within a matter of a year, they feel completely recovered from alcohol, whether they are still drinking in moderation and with control, or whether, like me, I quit drinking almost 4 years ago, and it was actually pretty easy to do just because I didn't care about alcohol anymore. This method has also been shown to have a 78% success rate. Check out the link in our bio for more.